and it is gloomy and cloudy and rainy, but I'm going to be doing the Grinch tag. So starting off with the first question, half of the lights on the Christmas tree are burnt out. Name a book, series, or character that started out good but then went downhill. So for me, it was definitely Shadow and Bone. I have the second one right here. I absolutely loved the first one. I thought it was amazing, and it made me go run out and get this one, even though the first one was a library copy, but I just didn't like it as much. I felt it kind of just like it was okay. It wasn't bad by any means, but there was extremely slow moments. I was very frustrated with the main character and her decisions, or maybe her indecisiveness, or something about it just was very irritating to me, but it was just eh. Second question is, annoying great Aunt Sally will not leave you alone. Name a book that you didn't enjoy but everyone seems to love, so it won't go away. This isn't a book I absolutely hate, but the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy or whatever is just not for me. It was something that I thought was very bland, and I hear about it all the time. I don't particularly hate it, I just think it's kind of bland. Your pets keep knocking over the Christmas decoration. Name a character that kept messing things up for everyone else. Can't be a villain. Oh, it can't be a villain. I was going to say Blake from the Lux series. You don't know necessarily that he is a villain until later, so does that not count? We're just going to stick with him because I have no other answer to that. He was just irritating because he kept messing things up for Katie and Damon. You hear your parents putting out the presents and learn Santa isn't real. Name a book you were spoiled for. So when I was in 7th grade, I was in the girls' locker room, and one of my friends spoiled 2 deaths that happened in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and I didn't know those deaths were going to happen. I didn't know those 2 characters were interconnected, and when she spoiled it for me and for whoever else was in that locker room, I was very upset. It's freezing outside. Name a main character you couldn't connect with. I didn't really connect with Tris in the beginning of of Insurgent. I was just like, what is happening here? Even though I love her as a character, and I'm going to talk about her in a later question, at the beginning or towards the middle, I was just a little bit lost as to what was going on in her state of mind or something like that. I don't know. I just couldn't connect with her in Insurgent. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, and it's giving you anti-romantic feelings. Name a couple you couldn't stand. I thought that didn't make sense for a second. I couldn't stand Noah and Mara from The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. I was confused that. I always messed that up. I didn't like them as a couple. I didn't like Noah particularly. I feel like he wasn't fleshed out enough as a character. Like, he didn't seem real to me. I feel like they gave him an English accent just for the sake of it. I didn't like this book in general, so maybe that's why. The scratchy homemade wool sweater you got for Christmas years ago we won't get rid of. Show some books that have been sitting in your shelves for a while and you aren't motivated to read, but you don't want to get rid of. This one's very easy. This one's been sitting on my nightstand for a really long time, and it is Landlines. I want to read this, but I just haven't been motivated enough, and it's a library copy, so I have very limited amount of time to read it. It's almost due, so that is why this is it. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Name a character death you still are mad about. Warn people for spoilers, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry, there are no spoilers, but Allegiant. That's all I gotta say. That is all I have to say. I'm still mad about that death that happened in that book, because I feel like had the book been really good, I would have gotten through that. Like, I've read plenty of books where someone very, very important to the person dies, and it works if it's done correctly or if it's done properly, and I feel like the rest of the book had something lacking regardless. So the fact that there was a character death that is so important at the end, it killed me. I cried. I can't even watch the movies. I can't reread the books, and I used to reread them all the time. Divergent was absolutely my favorite series for a very long time. Malls are overly crowded with holiday shoppers. This is true. Name a series that has too many books in it or went on for too long. Pretty Little Liars, both the books and the TV show have been going on for too long, in my opinion. The books in particular, I remember reading one of them, I forgot which one it was, and that was supposed to be the last book ever, and then the author just kept coming out with more and more and more. And I was like, okay, enough's enough. And I kind of lost track and lost interest. Grinch. Name a main character you hate. This is extremely hard for me. I don't really have any characters that I really absolutely hated that were considered the main character. So I have no answer for this. I apologize. I really can't think of one at the moment. And I looked at my books and I still can't. It's very rare for me to dislike a main character. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time with a new video. Bye guys. Happy holidays.